Tell me timeline. Where the stuff has come from the past to current. Back in 1902-1906, the botanical, ecological, and geographical structures of Tamaulipas' coast are heavily documented as Mexico expands its maritime mapping. Los Americanos remains a pristine, 39-kilometer-long sand barrier protecting the Laguna Madre, Mexico. On 1926, an accidental artificial cutoff of the Rio Grande shifts land south of the river. This gives rise to Puerto Rico, a nearby border town enclave, controlled by U.S. interests. Local communities refer to these coastal and river zones heavily frequented by U.S. tourists and developers during Prohibition as areas dominated by Los Americanos. On 1940s, local Mexican fishermen formed cooperativas, fishing cooperatives. They built seasonal fishing camps on the shores of Los Americanos and adjacent bars like Barrage SS Mar A. On 1960s, 1970s, due to dams built upriver, the freshwater flow into the Laguna Madre dropped significantly, causing extreme hypersalinity. The Mexican government initiates dredging projects along the barrier islands. The inlets, near Los Americanos, are modified to allow Gulf water exchange to save the local shrimp and oyster populations. On 1990s, scientists discover that the hypersaline waters behind Los Americanos serve as the primary wintering ground for over 75% of the world's redhead duck population, alongside nesting grounds for the critically endangered Kemp's Ridley sea turtle. On 2005, the Mexican government officially declares the Laguna Madre and its barrier islands including Los Americanos as a natural protected area, Rio Protechi and to flora y fauna. This strictly regulates commercial development, vehicle access, and large-scale tourism to save the fragile sand dunes. On 2013-2018, the nearby port of El Mesquite undergoes expansions to support deep-sea oil drilling and shipping. Los Americanos serves as a physical buffer zone protecting inland infrastructure from severe Atlantic hurricanes. On 2020-2024, rising security challenges in the municipalities of Matamoros and San Fernando heavily impact the region. The coastal barrier strips occasionally get exploited by drug cartels for illicit maritime trafficking due to their vast, unpopulated terrain. Ecotourism declines sharply as travel warnings are issued. And on 2025-2026, rising global temperatures and sea levels trigger accelerated coastal erosion along the 39-kilometer stretch of Los Americanos. Environmental groups launch targeted dune restoration projects to ensure the barrier continues protecting the Tamaulipan mainland from Gulf storm surges. And that's all of the timeline.